What up, guys? Welcome to the very first video that I have on patch 6.0, which marks the beginning of Warlords of Draenor content for this channel. From here on out, it is all Warlords of Draenor content. Now, I know the expansion is next week, but that still leaves us in limbo between expansions for a full weekend and most of next week. So, what I thought I would do is I would release a random battleground. It's just one that I did tonight. I just hit the record button. And then I rewatched and I picked out 4 quick tips that may help some of you adjust to the new content. Now, these aren't huge things, but if you haven't been playing a Warlock very long, or if you're not used to having to hardcast your dots because you've only been playing a Warlock in Mist of Pandaria, things are going to be really different for Affliction right now. So I've only been playing Affliction because I think that's going to be the strongest of the 3 specs in PvP. And probably the most played spec by Warlocks this expansion. Just my guess in PvP, at least. It's also the one that I have the most fun with, which is the main reason I'm playing it. That's the reason I've been an Affliction Warlock for about, 9 years now? Alright, so let's get to start with tip number 1. So for as long as World of Warcraft has been a game, Warlocks have always popped their cooldowns and then applied their dots. It's been like that forever, until now. Now, dots dynamically update their damage numbers on the fly. So, damage increases from procs, trinket procs, on use trinkets. If you use your trinket and it increases your damage. If you pop Dark Soul. Now, all of these update dynamically. So, you apply your dots first, and ideally you want to apply Haunt too, and then you pop all your damage cooldowns. And if there are multiple targets, you want to try to get your dots on at least 2 to 3 people before you pop your damage cooldowns. Tip number 2. Getting your portal down before you get into combat is now more important than ever. You're down one of your instant crowd control abilities with the removal of baseline Hell of Terror, and it's also really difficult to do damage on the move with the removal of Fell Flame. So you want to make sure that you get your portal down, especially before you go into combat against any melee classes. They're going to try hard to make sure they close the gap and can get on you to do damage, and you want to make sure that you can reopen that gap, create some space, that way you can hardcast and take less damage from them. Tip number 3, blanket silences are no longer a thing for Warlocks anymore. So you want to make a good effort to put spell locks somewhere on your keyboard in a handy spot that you can get to very fast. If you miss the interrupt, then you just wasted your spell lock. If possible, you want to try to lock someone out in the last 80% of their cast. The reason is because if you know you're going to lock them out, then you might as well let them waste a little bit more of their time thinking they're going to get the cast off before you lock them out. What this kind of does is extends the duration of your spell lock from being like around 6 seconds to more like 7 or 8. Because you just made them think they were going to get a cast off and they wasted an extra second or 2 casting their ability. Alright, the last quick tip that I have for you guys. So, Soulburn Soul swapping your dots around instantly to your target and then to all other targets is no longer a thing. And hardcasting your dots is now back in style. So the last tip that I have is that you always want to be casting. The best thing that you can do is keep casting Corruption and Agony while you're getting yourself into position to hardcast. So if you're moving around on the map, one, because maybe a melee character is chasing you, make sure you're instantly applying Corruption and Agony as soon as they're within range. Maybe you're just trying to get yourself into a position where you can more easily tab target between a bunch of people. While you're moving into that position, tab target Corruption and Agony on as many people. Don't wait. Get Corruption and Agonies out on as many people while you're moving around. Then you can stop and you can cast Unstable Affliction and you can get your haunts out as well. Well, that's all I have for now. I hope these tips helped you guys out. If it does, thumbs up the video. Make sure you practice. Have fun. Just do some battlegrounds and have fun. I hope everyone enjoys the expansion next week. I really haven't messed around with the beta too much, so I'm really not sure what to expect from garrisons and everything. So it's kind of, I wanted it that way. I wanted it to be a surprise, and I'm looking forward to it. I may be a little slow reaching level 100 myself. I'm trying to balance a lot of stuff happening at work right now. Family, girlfriend, Halo Master Chief Collection that comes out next week as well. I have some friends that are dying to play that with me. Once I've reached level 100, I'm going to play around for a little bit, make sure that I'm comfortable with everything, and then I'm going to start putting out some more guides. I'm going to put out an updated add-ons guide. I'll go over what glyphs and talents I'm using, why, how my setup is. I'll start releasing some more rated battleground content. Maybe some arenas, because those skirmishes look really fun, so I've been having fun with that sometimes too. I don't know, I have all kinds of stuff I can keep releasing videos on. So, thanks guys for watching. I'll play the full battleground now for those that want to watch it, and I'll talk to you guys again really soon. Take care, thanks for watching.